Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Lighting Your Sunshine, where we like to shine a light within and empower ourselves. So no downloads today, but we are still just going to use my new decks because they're still new and shiny. So today we're going to use Sunflower Field Tarot with the Weird World Tarot. So we're going to do Tarot on Tarot today. So we're going to shake up the Weird World first. And every time I touch this deck, Strange World starts to come into my head. But that's not part of the download. So, Spirit, what's up today? When I kind of did that and I split it and I looked down, I did see the Three of Swords in reverse. Let me check something first. Yeah. All right. So I'm hearing 3, 2, and then 4, 2 and 2. Okay. So 1, 2, and 3. Ooh, damn. It's a graphic picture. All right, I'll just show you what I got first. So we have Knight of Cups. And when I looked at his cup, I saw like a little terrarium or whatever. It almost looks like a world within the world. And you know like those ones where you put in the jug and then you put the cork in and it self-sustains itself and it could live for hundreds of years without ever being opened or adding water. It just kind of continually recycles itself. So that's what I'm seeing for that. And then we have the Tower. We got a Tower moment coming up. And this is the one that made me go oh geez. Only because it's kind of a graphic picture, but it is in reverse. So it is the Ten of Swords. And so when I saw the Tower and I saw this bloody person, I was like, oh snap, what's going on? Not quite getting a clear picture of that yet, but we will. I'm seeing with that terrarium protection from this Tower moment. And that's why the Ten of Swords is not in the upright, right? Ten of Swords is complete burden, can't deal with it. But when it comes to this Knight of Cups, especially with the Knight, I'm getting that the Cups has to do with emotions. And I feel like you're safely protected with whatever this crashing down Tower moment is going to be. It's not going to affect you. So from that, we got I need 2 more. From that, we got the Ace of Swords in reverse, followed by the Knight of Swords in the upright. So 1 and 2. And we need 2 more of this. 1. And this one wants to come out too. Interesting, guys. Okay, let's put these back. So I pulled the sunflower ones, and for the sunflower ones, we got Ace of Swords in reverse, followed by the Knight of Swords. Then I was pulling 2 of this one, 2 of this one, although 3 came out. So from there, we have the King of Cups, we have the Hermit in reverse, and then we have the Ace of Swords in reverse again. So there's 2 Ace of Swords, both in reverse. What up with that? What are the chances? And then over here, we have 4 of Wands in reverse, followed by the 6 of Coins in reverse. So there's quite a few. I'm hearing upside down world. And with the weird world, that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing something. I'm seeing it. It's bringing me to a movie when I was younger. And I can't remember what it was called. But I found it on YouTube like a couple years ago, but it was weird. It was like, which makes sense, this is Weird World Tarot, but I feel like it's called The Land of the Small or something like that. It's a Canadian movie, which I only found out later, but it was about like a leprechaun who comes to this place. And on this realm, he kind of lost his money. So then he found these two kids, and these two kids go into his world, right? Somehow they magically go. And then there's like the king and the queen, and can't really remember. But that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing them go to the other side of the world. And in it, they try to like keep them trapped there. And that's what I feel like with this terrarium. I gotta figure out another word because I don't feel like I'm saying that right, or I doubt myself when I say it. And that's what I see. I see like there's a world here, but then there's another world. And I kept hearing upside down world. Now, do I think it's the same as like where the elementals are? I'm not quite positive, but it's something like that. Whatever upside down world is. And I see that it's a little bit protected. Because on the outside of things, there's fire, but in here it seems like every day is the same. It's like you're kind of being protected from whatever it is that really wants to like put an end to things. I see someone, and it's almost like how ghosts, I'm seeing someone who's like passed over, but they didn't really do all the soul lessons, or maybe their time came like so fast that they don't even know that they've kind of transitioned to there. So I'm seeing someone like wake up every day and keep living like the same life, the same routine, and then being like, man, things are so boring. Like, it is what it is. Like everything's peaceful. Everything just always works out. Everything's fine. But then on the outside of things, like everything's on fire, and like they don't even know like what's going out in the next realm or something like that. So we have what I find that Ace of Swords in reverse. It's not seeing things clearly, and it's funny because you think you're seeing things clearly, because what I'm getting in this energy is someone being like, there is just absolutely nothing going on. What a boring day. Like it's almost like a four of cups type energy, like apathy, kind of like, okay, let's wake up, and I guess we'll live our daily life, but kind of being bored with it. I'm seeing a little bit of like, especially with this cups. Knight of Cups is all about like emotions and like connection and people like that. And this, I'm wondering, let me see here. My question was, does this person, because it's a Knight of Cups, and Knight of Cups is all about love and fulfillment and like community and that kind of thing. So I was wondering, does this person have like friends around them and things, or are they more like in hermit mode? We do have the Hermit in reverse here, but I feel like this one right now is very much in an isolated energy. They'd like to go and share their cup with someone else, but it just seems like there's no one around. So that's that like apathy, like everything. It's like I want this partnership, but there's nobody around. Life is boring. Everything is just so calm and peaceful all the time. But then on the other side of the veil, I'm seeing like pure chaos go on, right? And you're kind of avoided from it. You aren't really facing this. And so I feel like this Knight really wants to bring in other people into this story. But if they were to do that, as this Ace of Swords says, like you're not seeing things clearly. You think you see clearly, but we need to take all layers and aspects into this. And there is chaos and fuckery afoot. So this Knight of Cups, as much as they really want this connection, I feel like if somebody kind of got into their bubble, into that peaceful place, I'm seeing like chaos kind of unfold. I see a little bit of light there, and they're telling me that's actually where you enter, right? It just seems like it's just a different place in the veil. And so a lot of us, we're a soul, right? And at nighttime when you go to sleep, things like that, your soul doesn't sleep. right? Your soul is active 24 hours all the time. And so it kind of goes and leaves your body. And that's when you do your real work. I feel like when you wake up, what you do for work, what you do in your daily life, is usually, this is just my belief, I feel like at nighttime, when you go out, that's your real soul work. Your soul goes and does all these travels, and you connect at places, and you're healing the earth, you're doing all your magical awesomeness. And then you come back into your earthly body, and that's like you transitioning the energies back. And I feel like what you do in your daily life is almost like abundance from what your soul work has been doing. So your present day, your present moment is a gift. And so if you don't quite see the gift in it, because I'm seeing someone be like, man, I'm lonely, I'm bored, there's nothing around. It just seems like I wake up and there's just peace every day. And this peace kind of being boring for someone. They're like, I really want others in the mix with, right? But these others kind of bring this energy. And so because they don't see things clearly, I feel like they want to bring people into this cup. But the only people who can kind of go through this portal or this transition into this is someone who has been cleansed by the flames. Because the next energy to come out is the Knight of Swords. And that's like quick movement, like action, like I gotta go do things. And then this one, again, I'm seeing as being like, this one wants partnership and connection and people around. This one's more heart focused, whereas this one's more mind and like, I gotta fight for what I want. And this one, I just feel like they're so uncomfortable with that feeling of peace. And that's just, it's hard to understand in this story. Let me see here. Because peace, I guess it's like not as much movement. I feel like when you're trying to put out fires, you have purpose. And so someone's gotten a little bit distracted with people and outside problems and things like that. And wondering, mad chills. Okay, this is it. Why am I so alone? Like, why am I the only one who's kind of gone through this fire, gone through this tower moment? I've kind of gone into this next phase, right? So I feel like this Knight of Cups already had this happen in their lives. And they surrendered. And then the next thing they knew, they had this rebirth moment. And it brought them to like peace and clarity. And so now they're removed from this tower, but this tower is still kind of going on in the story. This is everyone else outside them. And maybe people are like trying to throw energy at this one, like trying to come back in, but they need to go through the tower before they can actually go into this little energy here, right? That red light is this. Like you need to find your surrender moment. And so here this knight is just sitting there waiting for someone to finally come and interact with. I'm getting that they're a very lonely energy and they just want connection and love. And so Spirit's saying, don't be so willing to bring people outside and just like fill your space. Because I feel like if people haven't really done the soul lessons of whatever it is that you've gone through, like you're attracting a very specific person to share your space with. And so I feel like that's worth protecting. This Knight of Cups wants to bring anyone into their cup, but they have learned, they know, they're just being a little bit cautious and waiting, but I'm getting loneliness is setting in. But it's like not really seeing that loneliness. That loneliness is actually peace, they say, and you just never had peace. You find peace to be boring, and this peace is worth fighting for. Because then we go to the next layer. To go from the next one to come up is the King of Cups. So if you protect your peace, right? There's so much going on outside of you in this upside down world. Peace being so unforeign, that's that upside down feeling. You're like, peace, I feel like this person sees peace as bad, as like chaos or something. Like it's like a trick or a deception, I don't know. But whoever this reading for, I guess you would know. And so it's saying like protect your peace because we have the King of Cups coming in. And whereas this one just wants to share its cup really quickly with whoever, it's just like anyone want my cup? Like I've done all this soul growth, and if you give this pure cup, this cup is blessed by the divine. It is blessed by the elementals, right? You have support from the other side, right? Could be leprechauns, fairies, whatever. The elementals are things that make up nature, right? Trees are made of wood. That's an element. They're alive, and they've kind of got this protection. I see very much things of the underground. So when I look within this cup, there's a castle in the sky, there's the earth, and then there's like the middle world, the under something, Middle Earth. And so I really get a lot of like elemental, especially with that movie that I saw earlier. Maybe I'll try and find it. I remember finding, so the only reason why I've been thinking about this movie is I watched it at a very young age, and it kind of just always was there in the back of my mind. And you remember when you watch something but you never know what it's called, and all of a sudden these different scenes would come out. Ooh, I'm getting goosebumps again. And in it, I'm feeling called to tell you that it's like about a brother and a sister. So this might be a family. I'm getting love. Love could be family, could be friends. It's community. And I don't know. I just always had this. And I always was like, what's that movie? What's that movie? I think for like 15 years, it's always kind of came. I always felt the elemental energy of it, but I could not remember what it was called. And then one day I had a day off. I was on YouTube and it came to me. And I was like, wow, like I got this bad goosebumps. Anyways, I will link it down below. It's an okay show. I don't really remember it being like, I don't know. It just spoke to me as a little kid. I just knew that it was like a special message in that movie. Anyway, so here, this Knight of Cups just wants to share that cup with everyone. And now we've got the King of Cups. And the King of Cups is in the upright. He's got his emotions in check. He finally understood, right, that I can't see things really clearly. And the only reason why you can't see things is because you're in this protective bubble. It's like everywhere you look, things are clear, but you can't quite see that extra layer. It's almost like you can't go out into danger. Danger can't get you. It's almost like Bubble Boy. And so this King of Cups realizing that peace, what the protection and peace really was. So once they were kind of in there, they realized, I gotta fight for this. And the more and more that they fought for it, their peace, like maintaining those boundaries and things like that, that's when they really embraced that peace energy I'm getting, and things grew. And now because they're feeling stable, I feel the mind being calm. I feel like you don't need to fight for anything. You're just in this area. You sat a while. You put your feet up. I feel like it's like vacation. I feel like whoever this energy is, where I say peace is uncomfortable, it's almost like that person who's like a workaholic who goes on vacation and all they have to do is put their feet up and enjoy the beach. But instead they're like checking stocks and like, checking contracts and things. And it's just like, stop. All right, we got to calm the mind. It's like, I got to connect to this person. I got to do this person, right? There's all these fires outside, but in this one, you don't really know about the fires, and you shouldn't know about the fires when you're on vacation. So he's found this peace in this calm, and in it, he got to finally like enjoy it. So that's what I see with the King of Cups. So the next one to come out is the Hermit in reverse. And this Hermit is holding a little lamp, and this little lamp I'm seeing has a little bit of something to do with this. And that had a little bit something to do with the Tower. So here he wants to go out. He wants to meet people. He wants people to come into his circle, his bubble. It's lonely. But by going into hermit mode and facing whatever it is, this Tower moment before, and that surrender, that's when he found this peaceful bubble. In that peaceful bubble, he realized that he can now step into this king energy. and like really find joy in the present moment. Now that you're finally from Knight to King energy of the heart, being very balanced, this Hermit now goes into reverse. Now we can start bringing people into the cup, into your energy, into your realm, something. And so I really get a elemental vibe to this. So maybe it's even like bringing your spirit guides into this or something. So now we're back to this confusion though. Not seeing things clear, no mental clarity. Things seem to be a little bit foggy. We're in this, we're loving our peace, we're loving our vibe, everything. And now we're ready to go out and socialize again. And so the next one to come out is the Four of Wands in reverse with the Six of Coins. So now the confusion is, I feel like that this person was lonely and isolated for so long that they just got used to their peaceful place. And they're like, fine, I accept things the way they are. When people are meant to come, when energies are meant to merge and share, I'll be ready. And so I feel like that's all they did is they worked on their emotions, they worked on love, they just enjoyed the moment. Someone finally learned how to take a vacation. And it really made their heart grow. But now that they're in this really good place, I feel like before they just wanted to give that cup to anyone, right? Hey, you on fire in the tower moment, take my cup. Here, like here, I just see someone taking their cup and like taking that to put out the fire. He's like, here, let me fill up this water, my emotion, and try and help you. Like I'm always trying to put out your flame, but it's this tower moment, this flame that leads us to this surrender moment that it's like a phoenix rising moment. We come back into this new phase. And so now I find someone being there, finally happy with where they are. And it's time to like go out and share that cup, right? They wanted to share that cup so much with everyone. And Spirit's like, no, hold on to this. Hold on to your peace. Enjoy it. Love it. And now they're there and they're like, Kate, things are perfect. I don't have to change. And Spirit's like, well, now you've learned that lesson. Now it's time for you to go out there and give that cup. And then this person not knowing how to do that anymore. In the past, I would have just given it to anyone. But now that they've stepped into this king energy, I see them being very selective with who can come into their energy. And so Four of Wands is all about like stability and partnership, right? It's like a happy home foundation. That's in reverse. It's like I want to, but I don't know if I can trust people anymore. I feel like a little bit of confusion. And that's why this other Ace of Swords is in reverse. It's the opposite. This sword is opposite. One of them was like, I see someone wanting to like go out and give, and they're like, no, you don't see clearly, just wait. And now I see them being like, nope, I just want to contain. And they're like, you don't see things now, just go out and give. And so I feel like there's a little bit of confusion within that. Because now I see that in that protective bubble. Okay, I just got one thing I quickly want to clarify on, but I have to use the sunflower ones. I wanted to know, okay, this person's been in a protective bubble for a while. I'm saying, do they stay in their protective bubble and like bring others into that? Or are they leaving their protective bubble? And that's all I want to know. So with that, we got the Chariot in reverse with Death. So, no, it's bringing people into your bubble. And so the only people that can actually like go through this transition is someone who's really gone through the ringer as well. Who they don't have chaos energy attached to them. They've learned to find peace in the stillness. Yeah, I got the Eight of Cups, which is walking away. This is staying. There's something about you staying in your bubble, and Spirit's like, all right, now it's time for you to go out there and build this. And this is the cover of the deck. Like it's a happy union of like, look at them. look at that love. And then in this one, the 6 of coins, it has to do with a little bit of sharing. And then you look in the background and I see a little bit of like people of poverty and things like that. It's like, which is the right one to share to? I know these people need it, that they could benefit from it, but I almost see, do they have the knowledge or the, you know, when you just keep giving to someone and they just keep spending it and then they come back for more and they just like, it's just a waste, right? It's just boom, down the drain. But I see like that this boy, and when you look at his face, I feel like a bit of spiritual insights. This person has the heart also activated and connected. And so that's why they're saying, like, be careful of who you share your energy with. This little boy was back in there being like a panhandler kind of energy. But he realized, hey, guess what? I don't have to accept that this is my circumstance. So I see him being like, nope, I'm determined to change my circumstance. So he goes out and he cuts all these flowers. Maybe he started selling them or something, right? He's not expecting something from nothing just because. So I see whoever it is, it's almost like someone has this unfortunate tower event happen to them. And rather than laying down and accepting defeat, they're like, I'm going to change my circumstance. I'm going to learn from this. I'm going to grow and I'm going to thrive. And so they go and they make whatever happen in their life. And because they go through this rebirth phoenix moment, they let the fire transform them. That's when they bloop, end up in this new place. And so that's what I see. I see someone going out of hermit mode. They've been in this area and they found this peace in this bubble, this terrarium type energy. And they're just like, well, I guess it is what it is. And they just learn to be happy. And then all of a sudden someone else goes on that same journey and pops right up there. And so now this King of Cups, it's saying like, you're still in your protective bubble. It's almost like it's not your bubble. It's like this space, this upside down world. And there's like a lot of healing that you can do on a soul energetic level there. Again, it's like that when we sleep and our soul goes somewhere. That's kind of whatever this place is. And it's doing like the real soul work. So I'm seeing someone get so bored because it seems like they've just been there doing their own little things, right? In their own little personal library of soul learning. And then boom, someone else shows up one day. And they're like, man, I've been trying to give my cup to all those people outside, but I can't get past this bubble, this veil, this something. And I gave up that I would ever have this connection or partnership. I didn't know how to get to them. But Spirit was blocking me from them and them from me. But then boom, here you are. You're right beside me. And so that's where I see like this being in reverse, kind of being like, oh, I didn't know how to go about this. But the truth is, with this in reverse, I didn't have to do anything. I just continue to be in my soul work, keep working on building my heart and my energy. And look, the cup totally changes. So this one is like a protective bubble. And then in this one, it's like a gold cup. Something to do with the blue energy. Let's pull some cards on that one. Okay. Okay, so we got King of Pentacles in reverse, we got the 7 of Swords, and then we got the 6 of Wands. So King of Pentacles is about someone being like a little bit controlling, like this is my area, this is my something, my resources. 7 of Swords is like tricking or stealing or something, a thief. And then over here we have victory. But you know what, as I was shuffling that, out of all this in this upside down world, I feel really called to go grab the fairy ones. So I'm gonna do it. Okay. I feel like this is tied into the message. Did we? Oh. I wish I wish I had the purple fairy cards, but these ones are good too. I guess the other one I resonate with more, but I don't see them. So this one wants to come out. So why am I pulling this? I know I'm going to get the message I exactly need, but let me fine tune in. This has to do with a little bit of this trickery. So with this 7 of Swords and this King of Pentacles in reverse, I see the King of Pentacles being like, so in the fairy realm, they do have like hierarchies and they have like king. So that's what I'm getting, like the king energy coming in. And fairies get a little bit of a bad rap, especially with that movie that I brought in, The Land of Small or whatever it is. They tried to like trap those kids on the other side, but eventually they do get back to the other side. And that's what I see. I see a little bit of like this protection and people coming and just like helping you. 1 second. So we got precious time, energy. Okay, so the first one to come out was precious time. It says, the fairy of time wants you to experience every moment fully and to make the most of your precious time. Be mindful not to waste others' time either. Then we have moon energy in reverse, and it says, surrender to the natural ebb and flow of life. If you're feeling confused, this fairy comes to calm emotions and reassure you that peace of mind is possible. And that's pretty much, right? It said ebb and flow. And going from the Knight of Cups to the King of Cups, right? How do we work on that? And it talked about peace of mind, which also now brings in the Knight of Swords energy. And then magical blessings was the last one, but it also was in reverse. So whatever you're going through, you're being assisted by magical fairy blessings. The fairies say you can bless others too. It was in reverse. So the part that's really standing out is you can bless others too. And so that's what I see. I see someone being like, I've got this cup. Like, let me take this cup and throw water on your fire. Let me end your tower moment for you. And you see that as a blessing, but this blessing is this transformation, this phoenix rising moment. And so by you going out and giving your cup away, I see that kind of halting the blessings, because as this precious time, it said you need to enjoy this moment fully. So if you're looking outside yourself at other people going through things and being like, I need to fix that, I need to do that, well, you're not enjoying your moment. And that mind is racing, and we need to grow the heart bigger. Not the heart bigger, but the energy field. And the energy field, I feel like the more and more we expand it, the more and more we get that protective bubble. And when we're in that protective bubble, that's when I feel the mind comes, the peace comes, and the heart is happy with that and not needing to force things or change things, right? Not over-plan everything. So I pulled one more and I got divination. And it says, embrace your powers of divination, which are especially strong right now. You have the ability to see your current situation with crystal clear clarity. And so I think that's all you can do right now, especially sitting in this cup. You're in this healed, protective environment. It seems like the fairy realm kind of like took you in under their wing and was like, put you in this space of time out so that it's almost like a place that's not physically here, but it's here. And in this place, there's still soul lessons you can do. There's still lots of growth and all that, but it's almost like in a fun way, right? It's almost like I'm seeing school, but I'm seeing it more be like elementary, right? More playing, more fun, those kind of things. And so I see you seeing things crystal clear. So now you're aware that there's this terrarium bubble effect going on. You see things on the other side, but you can't get to it. It's almost like looking through the looking glass. Like on the other side is like this upside down world. And it's funny because the upside down world, they're telling me now, is the 3D earth. Like how we are today, we're in the upside down world apparently. And the other, yeah. In another place, it seems to be clear, but where we are now is all like backwards and topsy-turvy. And so, yeah, they see when you're in this space, time doesn't exist, they say. That's why like time's precious. It's like you can do so much healing in one instant. And then on this side, it's like time is like drawn out. Right? So this person's like, I'm so lonely in this one space, but it's like in this space, time doesn't exist. So you can be filled and content in that moment. And that's what I see. It's like one eureka, aha thing that kind of like domino effects, phoenix changing, rising, metamorphosis, butterfly, all those type of analogies. And all of a sudden you go from the Knight of Cups to the King of Cups. It's an instant change. And so I see you on the other side seeing other people. You see things so crystal clear, especially in the upside down world. And so now I'm seeing someone be in that space that the elementals or spirit or something, your guides kind of put you in this bubble, but then you wake up, right? You wake up from your dream and you're in this upside down world in your meat suit here today. But I feel like your soul, you are grounded, but I feel like your soul's still at this other place too. And yeah. What about that? Because that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing someone still doing the soul work, still in this peaceful place, but in the waking moments, like walking around, oh, that's what they show. They're like, you've got this protective bubble here. Like you are here in the upside down world, but you're kind of also not. You're like, there's this protection around you. So I see you walking down the street and there'll be like all this chaos and it's almost like traffic, like car crashes or something around you, but it seems to like always miss you. And this says, embrace your powers for divination. You are especially strong right now. You have the ability to see your current situation with crystal clear clarity. So I'm seeing, remember that cup that you wanted to like put out everyone's fires? I see you holding space with that, but you see things around you. You can help guide others to insights and realizations to work through their tower moments, but you can't end their tower moments for them. Because here she's sitting by a fire and she just got like you can hold space because you're in this peaceful bubble place. You can see someone going through it and you can kind of hold space for them while everything burns down. And by you holding space, by you having well wishes and prayers and intentions and just holding love and light for them, I see them getting burned, getting rocked, and finally surrendering and having this rebirth moment. And in this rebirth moment, it's like they level up into that protective bubble that you've been in this whole time. And by you holding space for them and not forcing them to fix the problem, that's actually where I'm seeing the Knight of Cups turn into the King of Cups. Right? That's when the hermit mode changes, because you're like, whoa, how did you get in my bubble? And it's not quite your bubble, it's this extra place, this spiritual place of soul lessons. It's like school for the soul. And it's very peaceful. So for this, they're saying, embrace the peace, love life that you're at, even though it seems boring, because I feel like this person thrives on what's next. And it's just sitting back and realizing there's nothing to be done. There's nothing you can do. You've done all your soul work. All you can do is just like observe, not try to control and change, and just hold space for them and help them through the fire. So we'll leave it there. We'll see you next time. Bye, guys.